Guys, it's Michaela here. So I woke up about an hour and a half ago. It's 8:30 now, but I'm relaxing in bed. It's Friday. I worked overtime yesterday. This is my normal routine on a weekend day. I don't usually sleep in this late, but today I stayed up a little late last night, so I slept in tonight. I burned my lip, so. But yeah, I'm just relaxing in bed. Husband's up. Pepperoni is up. Pepperoni. No, hi. Toasted. But just me and my little family relaxing. Hi. Hello. But my game plan for the day is mostly just relax. Gonna go make breakfast. Probably gonna play some Sims, read some of my books. Got a lot of books I can read, so. And then later today, I've gotta take my husband to the bank, and I also need to do laundry. And while I do laundry, I'll probably, depends on whether or not I go to the laundromat or if I go downstairs to our laundry room. If I go to my laundry room, then I'll come back to the apartment and I'll write in the kitchen. But if I go and do the laundry at the laundromat by myself, then I usually take my computer because they have free Wi-Fi, so it's kind of dependent on that. But for now, I'm just gonna make breakfast and hang out in my husband's t-shirt. Super lazy. But see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so this is what I'm dealing with right now. The husband's playing tug of war with the dog. Yeah! Get the toy! But, so, it's, almost 10 a.m. now. I ate breakfast, I'm relaxing, spending time with the husband. Probably won't do any writing until later tonight. There's usually a stream or two that I can join on Friday nights. Ow! Ow!
Do you want me to stop?
No. The dog's having lots of fun. But basically it's just going to be a lazy day for my husband and I. We're going to relax, we're going to do nothing, and then later tonight I'll do my writing. I got to write 1,000 words. That's my goal for the day, and that's about it. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, going on a walk, hanging out with some of our resident gobblers. Staten Island has lots of turkeys. Lots of wild turkeys. And people call the police on the wild turkeys, even though the police can't do anything about them. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's actually 5:13 now. I've spent most of the day hanging out with my husband and relaxing. I'm honestly not sure what I'm gonna do now. I'm getting hungry. He's not hungry yet. I should write, but I've been in a really bad writing funk lately, and especially right after Camp NaNoWriMo, so getting myself to write anything, I don't know. I might work on something other than my web just for the creative process, just to make myself write, but we'll see what happens. Hey guys, so it is 6:18. I've spent quite a bit of time doing a little bit of nothing. I've been watching some videos. I recently got introduced to Lizzo, which is this performer that's really been blowing up, and I was listening to her BET performance. That was really interesting. I also was brainstorming a little bit, just spending a little bit of time in my own head. I have been having a lot of writer's block problems as of late. Even using, writer's block just to have fun with it has been kind of difficult. So when I got the creative inspiration for the thing I'm about to start working on, it really did, it was the impetus for me to get off my butt and start doing something. If you guys don't know too much about my process, I started out as a playwright, so I wrote things for the stage, primarily short plays and skits, but I have written one full-length play. Now, if you don't know anything about plays and musicals and stage performance, a full-length production is what would be considered to be a full evening. So it usually has 2 to 3 acts. It may or may not have an intermission in the middle, and it takes about an hour to 2.5 hours for the whole performance to be completed. So I have one of those, a play that is in 3 acts and has an intermission right after the first act. Most popular musicals, plays on Broadway nowadays and on the West End are split into 2 acts because it's easier for audiences to go to the bathroom in the middle, and it's also a much cleaner transition in between acts for both the performers and visually for the viewer. However, my play there's a lot of very stressful things that go on in the first act, and then there is a very slow climax back into the rest of the story. So I found it more helpful to have things split up into 3 acts because it was I imagined it as being more visually appealing. And I did end up actually going forward with that project from just having it on the page. I actually printed that, I bound it, and I also had a live reading, or a table read is what they're called. A live read, table read, both of those are terms for that. Basically, I had a bunch of actors. They weren't paid. They were not compensated. It was volunteer. But, they got a pamphlet just stating that they were there, and they can use that for future theater work. But a bunch of people, I rented out a space at the public library, and they all came and performed the play sitting down without any sort of movement other than their speaking voices, no other acting measures, just reading it basically. And that's why it's called a table read. Or a cold read is another word for it. That's about as far as I got with that project. That's The Pearl. That's my full-length play, which is based and inspired by the novella by Steinbeck. Same author as The Grapes of Wrath, if you were wondering, correct. I'm hoping to move forward with that project, but I'm not prepared to do so yet. A, because I'm lost the flash drive that it's stuck on, and B, because I don't have the computer it's on. My mother owns it. Now, I haven't written any short plays or full-length plays since I moved to New York City, mostly because I didn't have a computer when I moved here. And as you guys have probably gathered from my previous conversations with you guys about it in my previous videos, I use Google Docs to write my novel and write my other projects that I work on as of late. I've been working on as of late. The unfortunate thing is, I had no way of formatting my plays and my short plays and plays in Google Documents because it's very difficult to manipulate the program. Which is why I wanted to share this thing that I just found out with you guys. This wonderful person that I found on Google by the name of... Sorry, I'm trying to read their name. It's very small and I don't have my glasses on. This wonderful person by the name of Christian Darkin actually formatted the stage play format in Google Docs, and it's available for everybody. And he also posted on his WordPress, which I am going to post down below. And you can use this to write in scriptwriter's template in Google Docs. So I'm going to show you guys the page in one moment. Here we are. So I just wanted to show you. This is Christian Darkin's website. He is apparently an author and animator, which I love to share and celebrate my fellow authors. Stage play template for Google Docs. I've been thinking about writing a stage play, and I've just been poking around looking for a scriptwriter's template for Google Documents. I can't seem to find one. Everything listed when you search for script writing seems to relate to screenplays, so I've decided to create my own. I can't seem to find one. Sorry, if you're looking for a way to format your script for the stage, then download this and you can use it in all your Google Docs plays. I've included layout formatting for both UK and US playwrights. The format is slightly different for American writers, so I've put in formatting for dialogue in both. So this is the document that is shown that you can download, and you can add in Google Docs change case, which I'm going to download. I allow it, and it is free. So it says, this is literally just the blank document with nothing added. Oh, this warm thing at my feet is my cat. All right, so the play that I wrote by Christian Darkin, and it's got an outline here, which if you guys have seen my Project Pink before, I have that available as well here in my outline, which you can put, if you use, it is insert, no. Oh, here, where it says normal text, you can just change one of these. My heading 1 is my chapter titles, and then it'll show up in your outline. So basically, in this he has the play that I wrote by Christian Darkin, and you can scroll all the way down. In normal, you would put your contact details here. You'd write your first name and last name, the address of your home or office, and your phone number and email. And then this is basically what it looks like. Scene instructions here are going to be, but basically this is it. So in this here is what. Okay, so it's hard to explain because I've done both. It's not that I've written in both of these formats, but that I've read as an actress in both of these formats. This first format here, this is the UK format. And the second one is the US format. So in the United States, when you provide a theater publishing house with a sample of your manuscript or the whole of your manuscript, they will expect to see your stage play or musical formatted with the speaking lines in this manner and the actions in this manner. And if you're in the United Kingdom, they will expect to find your speaking lines formatted in this way, and your your actions or instructions, your acting instructions, in this kind of formatting. So basically, character 1 would say this, character 2 would say this, and then this right here is telling the reader, the actor or director or lighting crew or audio crew, exactly what they need to be doing. So character 1 waves his hands vaguely in the air. Break the dialogue with a piece of action. Alrighty, so basically that's what this template is for. It's very, I see that it fits my expectations, both as a reader and as a writer with experience in this style of writing and formatting. So I'm happy that I found this, because I have not been writing any plays or musicals or any theater, anything for that matter, because I was unable to get the Google Docs to do exactly what I wanted it to do, and now this wonderful human being has done it for me. So thank you so much, Christian Darkin, and I'm going to share both of these links down below for you guys. Alrighty? Thank you so much. I didn't write. I went to Wendy's instead, and it's raining, and this really beautiful rainbow. Guys, so it's 10:22. I'm talking really quiet because a really weird, rare occurrence has happened. My husband went to bed before I did. And not in a I left for work and he went to bed. No. I've been writing for about an hour and a half now. And actually I've been writing for longer than that, but I've been getting distracted. But he laid down in bed with the light on down here before I've even brushed my teeth and gotten in bed. And he's asleep. And that's really weird, but what I'm really excited to talk to you about is what I'm working on right now. I'm actually about to finish up for the day, and I have only written 692 words, but I'm writing a stage play, a short play, a one act, about 10 minutes in length. I'm on page 3 of dialogue. That's not including the cast of characters page or the title page. Those are 2 separate pages in formatting, in traditional playwriting format, both UK and US. And the thing is, with a novel, or with any form of non-visual fiction, or non-visual literature, really, you can, when you write dialogue, you can forego all of the mannerisms, really, that occur in between those sentences. So you don't necessarily have to say, Lisa said anxiously, and then continue your sentence. You really can, when you're writing your first draft, just say what Lisa said. And I've done that before in my process when writing a short story. I simply highlighted specific lines of dialogue in colors that were color-coded to that character. So whichever character was speaking, I would know when I edited later on and wrote the second draft, or edited the draft to be in its new form, that the character that was speaking said whatever line. However, when you're writing a stage play or any form of stage performance script, like I'm working on right now, you really can't do that. The formatting is really important for readability and other such things. So, I'm very fortunate that the template I found has preset headings and other such formatting settings that enable me to simply click a button twice, and then it will change to whatever format or whatever space on the page I need it to be in. But in between all of the speaking lines, I have to put stage directions. Otherwise, the actors and actresses will not be able to tell what's actually going on. It's very you don't want to tell them everything, but it's difficult to put something onto the page, especially when the dialogue's already written for you. If you don't know what the gist of what the characters are supposed to be doing actually is. So, I'm giving myself a little bit of leeway, because not only am I having to write what the characters are saying, and I also have to write what they're doing, and I don't have the space to simply go into a, monologue-y, word dumpy, sort of novel writing technique, because I have to leave it open enough for the actors, actresses, and director to make creative decisions. That's why I'm not expecting as much of myself when it comes to my word count. When it comes to plays, and when it comes to theater and writing plays, there are certain nuances that I have found don't exist in novel writing and other forms of literature. That being said, there are many nuances and many different techniques and different things that you do as a novel writer or as a poet that you will not find in theater craft. You will not find it in playwriting. So, I try to tackle those things as completely different problems, completely different animals, and I try to expect something different of myself. Additionally, I've been going through a little bit of a writing funk since Camp NaNoWriMo ended last Wednesday. I did not write Thursday, Friday, or Saturday last week. I did not write on Sunday. I wrote on Monday, I wrote on Tuesday, and I did not write Wednesday or Thursday. So that is significantly less than I was writing for Camp NaNoWriMo, and that's significantly less than I was writing before Camp NaNoWriMo. I also cannot get myself, for some reason, to touch Project Pink. I was able to touch it. I was able to get myself to work on it Monday and Tuesday. Monday for the stream, because I didn't know what else I would work on, and Tuesday simply because I had another idea. But unfortunately, my plotting and idea building has not been as I would have hoped. So I got off track from my original plot, the way it's separated. I'm still going exactly, the destination is the same, but I have added some things and I've moved some things around, which is bound to happen. But unfortunately, it's got me into a little bit of a rut, and I kind of feel like I've written myself into a hole. which I try not to keep that mentality going on for very long. So in order to combat that, I'm just not forcing the issue at the moment, and I'm allowing myself to work on other things that are grabbing my attention at the moment. I'm confident though that I'm not going to let it Project Pink just kind of slip into the sidelines for too long. So I'm hoping that by next week on a Monday, I'll be back to writing Project Pink as normal. So anyways, I've written about 690 something words in this stage play, which has a working title of Closure. It's a 2-character cast with a 10-15 minute runtime, so it's definitely a 1-act. It's a short play. It's literally just for me right now a creative exercise, but creative exercises can be turned into very wonderful nuanced ideas that are beautiful when read or performed. So if it turns into something else, turns into something more, then wonderful. If not, then I'm not too worried about it. But for me now, I'm probably going to take a shower, at least like a hose down, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed. We already ate. We ate a really big dinner. I like to call it lunch dinner, because Scott wasn't hungry until way later, and then we didn't eat breakfast until like 9 or 10, which is super late for me. Since I get up at 5, I usually eat at like 5:30, so I was already like starving, so I had a pretty big breakfast. We both did, and then he wasn't hungry until 6 or 7 p.m., so what can you do? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save this. Well, actually, I don't have to save it. Google Docs saves it automatically for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then I guess I'm gonna continue trying to write this tomorrow morning. All right. So I just finished feeding the animals, took the dog out, and now it's time for bed. It's about 11:30. So it's pretty late for me, but weekend days I stay up a little later. So it's just a normal day. Relaxed a lot. I got to spend time with my kitty cat and with my doggy and my husband, and doing one of my favorite things. And well, not all of my favorite things, but you get what I mean. I had a good day. And are you enjoying your food? Oh, good boy. Grammy's a good boy. But, yeah, so today is Friday. I'll get up tomorrow, do the same thing, and this video will go up. But I just want to thank you all so much for watching my videos and for subscribing. I encourage you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and on this video. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which I'm going to go ahead and link down below. And I just want to thank you all so much for your support and for watching my channel. Have a wonderful day, and get to writing.